好喂，咁呢一篇文咧係乜嘢咧？就係一封喺 Reddit 嗰班 Reddit 仔咧，呢個禮拜咪將嗰啲大鱷成功擊退，搞到佢蝕大錢嘅。
係
啦，即係蝕咗好撚多錢啊嘛，唔知蝕咗幾多十億㗎嘛啲大鱷，係啦。
嗯
咁咧佢有封公開信就即係喺度即係話自己威啊威啊咁啦。咁呢封就係呢封信啦。咁我哋好冇成封 go through 嘅話點樣？你覺得應該點做？
俾好似啲大學論文咁，就講咗個 abstract 先。
abstract 就係呢件事咧喺呢一個出公開信嘅人眼中咧係2008金融海嘯，即係嗰個次嘅次按危機嘅復仇記嚟嘅。即係佢講咩咧？就係佢個主旨啦，就係話喺2008年嘅次按危機之後，嗰啲銀行佬全部都攞住好大嚿 bonus， OK， 攞住好大嚿嘅咩啊獎金啊、賞金啊嗰啲咁上下嘅嘢啦，就個個都係即係賺到盆滿缽滿，政府咧又會使錢俾好多錢去救嗰啲銀行，但係嗰啲正常嘅平民咧就全部食樹皮，冚家產冇屋住，咁所以咧佢呢封信嘅主旨咧就係今次佢搞 GameStop 同埋搞 Citron 即係嗰間嘅對沖公司、基金公司嘅原因，就係一個大報復咁樣講。
好
，OK， 咁我哋開始睇啦，第一段啦，咁佢就話啦，佢喺08年嘅時候咧，只係一個即係10零歲嘅僆仔嘅啫。佢話咧，佢好清楚啊，記得。I vividly remember the enormous repercussions 啊！佢話咧，即係佢話呢一班咁樣嘅華爾街嘅冚家產喺08年左右嘅時候，做咗好多 reckless 嘅事。reckless 嘅意思即係魯莽嘅事，令到咧全個美國甚至乎全世界咧都要同佢一齊，同呢班咁樣嘅魯莽啊、衝動嘅人咧一齊咧要去面對個後果咁樣。咁之後佢再講啦，就喂，我當時好彩，因為我老豆老母好 prudent 意思即係好保守，同埋咧亦都有少少 paranoid， 即係有少少咧過分恐懼，咁樣咧佢哋係買咗好多食物，儲咗喺屋企嗰度嘅，係啦，咁啊當嗰個金融嘅海嘯咧真係打到埋身嘅時候咧，佢哋咧係佢哋冇失去咗佢間屋啦，咁咧就喺度就食啲好平，即係我哋講嘅食樹皮啦。佢話：We lived off of pancake mix and powdered milk and beans and rice for a year， 即係我哋講嘅食樹皮啦。係啦 ，pancake mix 即係咩？即係嗰啲咧薄餅，即係嗰啲幫你撈好晒嘅薄餅，即係麵粉加少少糖啊咁樣嘅嘢撈好晒啦。powdered milk 即係奶粉啦。beans and rice 即係嗰啲咧紅嗰啲 kidney beans 係叫咩？
我唔識個名。
但係你知道我講咩啦？
我知邊啲
啊？紅腰豆同埋飯咧，咁樣就捱樹皮就捱咗1年。Okay. Ever since then, my parents have kept a food storage and they keep it updated and fresh。佢話經過嗰一次嘅大風暴之後咧，佢老豆老母咧係會即係永遠都會儲好多食物喺屋企嘅，因為佢哋咧好害怕呢個金融風暴會再降臨一次咁樣。OK， 咁啊下一段啦。你可唔可以 scroll down 少少咧？我睇到，可能我 delay 嘅，因為 Those close to me, my friends and extended were not nearly as fortunate。佢話即係佢身邊嘅好朋友啦，身邊嘅親朋戚友啦，冇我咁好彩。咁佢話佢有個阿姨咧，就要即係因為咧金融海嘯嘅關係咧，要搬入去同佢哋一齊住。咁咧就話 and paid what little rent she could to my family while she tried to find any sort of work。咁佢咧就即係有幾多錢咧，即係有幾多即係剩翻幾多錢咧，都攞嚟咧俾咗好少嘅租咧俾佢哋屋企咁樣，即係攞嚟交租俾佢哋咁樣。咁啊 ，Do you know what tomato soup made out of school cafeteria ketchup packets taste like？ 咁佢就話試過窮到咧係要喺學校飯堂嗰度偷一啲嘅一包包嗰啲細包嘅茄汁，之後溝水 我嚟整呢一個嘅番茄湯嚟飲咁樣。哇！真係好，呢個係好勁喎！呢句説話，
我覺得好撚屈機喎呢件事。
好撚屈機啊！
即係寫文章嘅角度呢度係我俾100分佢，你去到呢個位係啊。
呢一句啊 ，Do you know what tomato soup made out of school cafeteria ketchup packets taste like？
真係好撚正喎呢句説話。
同埋我哋嘅大魚大肉嘅香港嘅人咧，係應該冇可能會明白嘅，係咪應該？真
係唔明嗱，我插咗一句嘴，佢呢句説話係咩咧？佢唔係話想俾你聽佢好窮，佢係話想俾佢聽，佢係想話俾你聽，我係好撚柒窮，
樹皮都冇得食啊！
係啊，就係咁，
好癲啊呢句！
好撚正。
咁之後 ，my friends got to find out， 喂，佢仲要講 my friends got to find out 呢個先勁啊！即係話，即係佢話我朋友，佢問你有冇試過食用學校嗰啲包啲茄汁整出嚟嘅番茄湯啊？我朋友就有試過啦。My friends got to find out，
真係好慘啊！真係
係咪好癲啊 ？OK， 咁佢話 almost a year after the crisis low, my dad had stabilized our income stream, and to help out others, he was hiring my friends' dads for odd housework。咁佢就話，即係1年啦，大約過咗1年之後啦，呢個金融風暴，咁咧佢就即係佢阿爸咧就持家有道啦，就開始咧即係收入就開始穩定啦。咁咧，亦都咧有能力咧開始去幫助其他人啦。咁即係可以請人去做嘢啦。咁啊即係佢又會請咗佢朋友嗰啲老豆咧，就嚟佢屋企度幫佢做一啲裝修啊、油下油啊咁樣。One of them built a new closet in our guest room。咁佢就話其中一個咧，佢啲朋友嘅老豆咧，就喺佢哋嘅客房嗰度咧，就起咗個衣櫃咁樣，即係整咗個衣櫃。Another one did some landscaping in our backyard。咁啊，佢話另一個咧就即係喺個喺佢嘅花園嗰度咧，就做少少嘅農嗰啲叫咩啊 ？landscaping 我點樣譯嘅中文啊？你幫我手。
園藝啊，係嘛？
園藝做少少園藝嘅嘢咁樣。I will forever be so proud of my parents because in the time of need, even when I have no doubt money was still tight, they had the mindfulness and compassion to help out those who absolutely needed it。咁佢就話佢係永遠咧都會覺得佢老豆老母咧係全世界最偉大嘅英雄啊！因為咧喺一個咁危急嘅時候咧，佢哋同埋當佢知道咧屋企咧其實都唔係特別有錢嘅時候咧，佢哋咧有呢個 mindfulness 同埋 compassion， 即係佢哋係做一啲好熱心嘅公益嘅事咧，去幫佢哋嘅社區嘅其他窮人咁樣講。OK， 呢一段寫得超勁喎，
好撚正，
係咪好勁啊？
真係好撚正，我想拍手掌，拍手。呢
個真係10分嘅喎，其實即係如果嗱冇一個字深㗎。Do you know what tomato soup made out of school cafeteria ketchup packets taste like? My friends got to find out。呢一句係
我冇撚敵喎，真係好撚正。係
冇心字嘅喎，係冇心字嘅喎。
可能如果香港同學會覺得 My friends got to find out 係難嘅，佢應該解唔通嘅。佢哋呢一句係嘛？係啊，即係呢度有你哋有冇試過啊？我話俾你聽，我班 friend 當年焗撚住要試啊，就係為之 got to find out 咁解。
冇錯啊！你嘅非常之精警嘅呢一句。
其
實呢一句應該要出 post， 我覺得。
我好撚正，即係呢度係佢又好撚串，其實係。
但係好撚慘，你睇完之後。
但係又慘到撲街。
個心係噏㗎嘛。
我都唔知笑佢定嗌佢好。我都
一路笑一路嗌咯，因為佢係好撚癲。
笑中有淚，呢度真係笑中有淚。
好撚癲啊！My friends got to find out。
黐撚線。
好，咁啦，咁就下一段啦。咁啊 ，To Melvin Capital, you stand for everything that I hated during that time。咁佢就話同一間嘅證券公司講啦，咁就話啦 ，You stand for everything that I hated during that time。佢話你代表緊嘅所有，你代表緊就係我當年
所深惡痛絕嘅嘢。
嘅東西就係你啦 ，Melvin Capital。You are a firm who makes money off exploiting a company and manipulating markets and media to your advantage。佢話你間公司嗱，呢個字 firm 咧喺呢度嘅意思即係公司咁解。OK，firm 即係唔係硬淨啊啲咁嘅，係 公司咁樣解。OK，your firm you stand for everything that I hated during your firm. You are a firm who makes money off。咁佢就話你呢間公司咧揾錢嘅模式係點啊？係去揸壓其他嘅公司，之後咧去manipulating markets， 即係話去操控個市場，同埋操控嗰啲媒體咧，係令到自己着數咁講。喂，你係咪喺度？
係喺度。
咁呢句説話咧，我諗香港人唔係咁，可能唔係咁 get 到，因為香港人習慣咗，即係香港每一間公司咧都係做緊呢啲咁嘅東西嘅，所以香港人好似有啲習慣咗咁。可唔可以 scroll up 少少啊？
我 scroll up 咗咯，應該再 up 咗啲嘢。
得，唔好意思，原來頭先我停咗條 stream。OK， 得。咁之後咧 ，Your continued existence is a sharp reminder that the ones in charge of so much hardship during the 2008 crisis were not punished。咁佢話 Your continued existence 啊，呢個真係呢個都係寫得幾好嘅，即係你仲喺度即係你喺今時今日仲可以見到鄉親父老，係一個 sharp reminder， 唔係一個 reminder， 唔係一個 sharp reminder， 即係一個 reminder 點樣譯啊？你會
唔識譯啊？
我會譯做一條刺啊！你一條刺嚟嘅，你呢間咁嘅 Melvin Capital 根本就係一條刺。呢條刺咧就係我哋08年受嘅痛嘅刺啊！咁樣講，
正。
之後咧仲要講嘅就話 ，the ones in charge of so much hardship， 即係話你呢班咁嘅撚樣製造咗咁多嘅痛苦，但係咧喺08年之後，你哋係冇受過任何嘅 punishment 嘅，係冇俾人懲罰過。And your blatant disregard for the law made obvious months ago through your illegal naked short selling and more recently your obscene market manipulation after hours shows that you haven't learned a single thing since 2008。咁啊 blatant 嘅意思即係明顯啦，係嘛？即係好赤裸啦。你完全赤裸裸咁樣唔理唔守法。喺幾個月前我哋已經見到㗎啦。你係犯法咁樣去 short sell 去沽一啲股票，犯法地咁樣沽一啲股票，同埋你嘅 obscene market manipulation 呢啲咧係 obscene 係點樣譯咧？你會
唔識譯
obscene 咧又可以係即係鹹濕啊，可以係即係總之唔好醜陋啦。啲醜陋嘅控制市場嘅手段咧。同埋再加上 after hour manipulation after hours， 即係喺休市之後，即係停咗市之後，即係夜晚可能5點鐘之後，你就喺度不斷喺度操控個市場咧，話俾我哋知啊 ，shows that you haven't learned a single thing since 2008。你係2008年之後，你毫無悔改嘅念頭。You haven't learned a single thing， 你完全冇悔改嘅念頭。And why would you？ 嗱呢句正喎，我覺得。佢呢句又即刻彈翻出嚟就話，咁我又明點解你唔會有悔改嘅念頭嘅。Your ilk were bailed out and rewarded for terrible and illegal financial decisions that negatively changed the lives of millions。因為咧，點解你會改過啫？根本你當年做錯事，政府同埋權貴點樣對待你啊？咪 bail out 你咯，即係用錢嚟救你咯，甚至乎啊 rewarded， 佢淨係俾咗一個賞金俾你添。OK，bail out 同埋 rewarded 係啦 ，for terrible and illegal financial decisions， 即係你哋又做得衰又犯法嘅財技啊，即係 financial decisions 呢度咧，即係財技咁解。係啦。That negatively changed the lives of millions， 係對數百萬嘅人嘅生活咧係有負面嘅影響。I bought shares a few days ago。佢話幾日之前我買啲股票。I dumped my savings into GME。 我將我所有嘅儲蓄抌晒落去 GameStop 嗰度。Paid my rent for this month with my credit card and dump my rent money into more GME。
好撚正！
呢條友係真係幾勁喎，寫嘢。
喂，文學家嚟嗰條撲街，
有啲計喎，有型喎。佢話咧，
現代流行文學家。
佢話我幾日前咧買咗啲股票，佢話我將我所有嘅儲蓄全部一仙一文都抌晒落去呢個 GameStop 嘅股票，之後今個月嘅租我用信用卡俾，之後將我嘅租嘅錢咧再買 GME。
好撚正！
咁之後佢就話個括住啦，就話喂，其實咧嗱呢樣嘢咧，我覺得我都唔係做得咁好嘅，你唔好好似我咁癲啦咁樣。Which for the people here at WSB, I would not recommend。我唔鼓勵大家做啲咁魯莽嘅事嘅。佢就話 And I'm holding， 佢話我係唔會放嘅，我買啲股票係唔會放嘅。This is personal for me and millions of others。佢話呢件事，我哋係嚟報仇嘅，唔係想賺錢。我今次係要報仇，係咩叫咩雪恨啊？即係家仇國恥嗰啲咁嘅 friend 嚟嘅。This is personal for me。
報仇雪恨，
家仇國恥嚟嘅呢個係。And millions of others， 就話有數百萬嘅人咧，對佢嚟講呢件事咧都係一個要報仇嘅一件事嚟嘅。This is personal for me 嘅意思咧，佢唔係話呢個係個人嘅決定嗰啲，唔係咁嘅意思。Personal 喺呢度咧嘅意思咧，即係呢個係一個我報仇嘅時機咁解。有冇得可以再譯好啊 ？This is personal for me 咧，如果蘋果日報啲濕鳩翻譯咧，就會話這是個人的決定㗎啦，一定會。但其實嘅意思唔係咁解。This is personal for me 即係呢個係國仇家恨咁解。You can drop the price of GME after hours to 120. I'm not going anywhere。佢話你咪再玩個市場咯，用你嘅方法玩鳩佢咯。當休咗市，即係停咗市之後，你可以將佢跌到落120蚊，我都唔會走㗎。You can pay for thousands of Reddit bots I'm holding。佢話就算啊，你喺 Reddit 即係喺鬼佬連登嗰度，喺鬼佬高登嗰度，用好多機械人喺度放好多留言出嚟，我都唔會走㗎。You can get every mainstream media outlet to demonize us. I don't care。佢話你可以走去嗰啲大公司媒體咩 CNBC 啊、Fox News 啊、CNN 嗰度 demonize 我哋。demonize 即係話妖魔化我哋，話我哋係壞人。I don't care。我唔會理會你㗎。I'm making this as painful as I can for you。真係文學家嚟㗎，
好撚癲，
係嘛？佢話我今次唯一嘅目標就係我要你痛到好似我將你啲肉一忽忽咁割落嚟咁痛。To CNBC 嘅 CNBC 就係一間即係美國嘅電視台啦。OK， 佢話 You must realize your short-term gains through promoting institutions' agenda is just that short-term。咁佢就同一間 CNBC 嘅公司講啦，就話我希望你啦 ，You must realize 啊，即係話我希望你嘅意思。佢唔係話你必須啊，係我希望你會知道。你喺短期內可能會俾呢班咁樣嘅華爾街大鱷咧，去俾一啲嘅甜頭俾你。字啫。Your staple audience will soon become too old to care, and the millions of us, not just at WSB, but every person affected by the 2008 crash that's now paying attention to GME are going to remember how you stuck up for the firms that ruined so many of us and try to tear down the little guys。咁佢就話啦，你嘅 staple audience 啊，即係話你哋嘅慣性觀眾咧，越嚟越老噶啦， 老到佢根本就唔會再睇呢個電視台㗎啦，唔會 care 㗎啦。但係咧，我哋呢班嘅後生仔咧，即係08年係 teenager 嘅後生仔咧，08年俾你搞到我哋食樹皮，要飲茄汁湯嘅後生仔啦，嚟緊就係社會嘅棟梁，我哋會記得你個 CNBC。Are going to remember how you stuck up for the firms， 就話我會記得你係幫呢一班嘅華爾街大鱷講説話嘅。I know for sure I'll remember this。我唔敢講其他人，不過我一定會記得你哋。In response, here is a list of CNBC sponsors and partners. They include, but not limited to， 一堆咁嘅人啦。OK， 咁佢就話啦，呢個即係阿寶啊，呢個係阿寶啲 friend 嚟嘅，即係如果交 TVB 咧，嗱呢班全部都撚樣嚟㗎 ，IBM 啦、Cisco 啦、T-Mobile 啦、JP Morgan 啦、Oracle 啦、Zip Recruiter 啦。The parent company is NBC Universal, owned by Comcast and GE。即係佢話 NBC 嘅母公司咧就係 Comcast 啦，同埋 General Electric 嘅，即係一間通用電器，即係總之全部都係大公司啦。OK， 等下你要揾我俾條 link 俾你，等。
好。咁啊，加菲就問條 link 喺邊，史提芬就俾佢啊。咁啊，大家都可以咧，如果你要佢哋原 link 亦都可以喺史提芬回覆加菲個書揾到啊。
係咪好撚癲啊？我覺得
好撚正，好撚正。
係咪睇到熱血沸騰？睇完你都覺得興，即係勁嘅，係黎明來到要光復者香港嗰啲 friend 嚟嘅。
好撚正。
好，繼續啦。
好。
To the boomers and or people close to that age, just now paying attention。喂，你跳得好勁。咦？跳翻頂嘅你。
冇啊，有跳得頂。
我記得。To the boomers and or people close to that age。Just now paying attention to these millennial blog posts, you realize that even if you weren't adversely affected by the 2008 crash, your children and perhaps grandchildren most likely were。哇！呢個真係又係好撚正。Boomers 嘅意思咧，即係60年代後出世，即係所謂嘅 baby boom 啊。Sorry 啊，50年代出世、50-60年代出世嗰啲，即係香港會譯做收成期嘅人。嗱，我都正㗎，
好撚正，因為一般唔係咁嘅，我笑撚咗，
係嘛？我都係咁收成期咯，呢邊咪同佢話，喂，
我呢個打個注釋先，通常係譯做嬰兒潮世代啊嘛，係嘛？
係啊，嬰兒，但係嬰兒潮喺度冇，
係但係呢度係更加精警嘅，呢度嘅意思其實係想講收成期班撲街啊嘛。
佢話你班收成期嘅撲街 ，OK？ 佢話 and。People close to that age 唔使講嗰句啦嘛，因為收成期嘅撲街啊嘛。簡單嚟講就係話記得利益者咯。你班收成期嘅撚樣，你而家先發現到我哋呢啲20零歲嘅人會寫 blog。喂，你記住啊，當年你2008年冇俾呢個金融風暴冇俾呢個金融風暴搞到嘅，你嘅兒女同埋你嘅子孫係有嘅。We are not enemies, we are on the same side。
好撚癲！
佢話我其實唔係同你敵對啊，收成期哥哥，我哋係同一陣線嘅。Stop listening to the media that's making us out to be market destroyers and start rooting for us。我希望呢班收成期嘅朋友，你哋唔好再聽嗰啲主流媒體講話，我哋喺度摧毀緊個市場啦。Start rooting for us， 支持我哋啦。Rooting 嘅意思係支持咁解。如果喺澳洲嘅英文咧 ，rooting 就即係屌閪咁解。
咁樣嘅。
係啦。咁但係呢個應該係美國人寫嘅，咁所以 rooting 嘅係支持。Because we have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to punish the sorts of people who caused so much pain and stress a decade ago, and we are taking that opportunity。丘吉爾嚟喎，屌你！佢話啦，你要支持我哋噶啦。點解要支持我哋啊？因為咧，今次係100年難得一，係咪叫100年咩？100年難得一遇啊！嘅機會，去 懲罰嗰班撚樣10幾年前對我哋嘅傷害。我今日我話俾你知，我會把握呢個百年一遇嘅機會。We are taking that opportunity. Your children, grandchildren might have suffered as I described because of the institutions that we are fighting against. 我再講一次啦，呢句多咗嘅。佢話你嘅子女、你嘅子孫、你嘅子孫啊，仲清晰啲。你嘅子孫咧，好大機會啊，有因為08年嘅金融海嘯咧，係受過一啲苦嘅。呢啲苦係邊個製造出嚟嘅？就係呢啲大鱷啦。我哋做緊咩啊？我哋就喺度同呢班大鱷打緊仗。You really want to choose them over your own family and friends？ 有人做唔做去做狗？咁實下意思啦，即係話你係咪真係會支持嗰一班冇血性嘅撚樣，唔支持你嘅屋企人同埋你嘅子女啊，同埋你嘅朋友啊，你嘅親朋戚友啊？ We are not asking you to risk your 401k or retirement fund on a single GME bet。咁就話啦，我哋唔係叫你攞晒你嘅退休金啊，你嘅保險嘅錢咧，去一注獨贏 GME GameStop 嘅，我唔係叫你咁做。We are just asking you to be understanding, supportive, and to not support the people that caused so much suffering a decade ago。話我唔係叫你呢句其實好撚有骨㗎。佢話我唔係叫你買 GameStop， 我只係叫你去了解下呢一件事，同埋去支持我哋去打大鱷呢場仗啫。但係呢句咧好有骨㗎，因為咧佢其實有少少講咧就係嗱，你哋都收成啦，你唔好喺度賺我哋賺嘅錢啦。你 get 唔 get 到啊？
我 get 唔到其實。
佢叫你唔好買，佢叫嗰班收成期唔好買啊嘛。但係佢知道呢個會贏㗎嘛。即係佢亦深信會贏啊嘛。咁咪即係佢哋啲錢佢自己贏晒咯。
係，好撚正，
好撚正咯，有骨㗎呢句。但係我唔知係咪個個都 get 到嗰嚿骨啦。可能因為我個人 mean 啊，所以我就 get 到嗰嚿骨啦。OK， 好啦，咁啊下一句啦。To WSB 即係呢個連登，呢個鬼佬連登嘅 group 啦。WSB 嘅 Wall Street Bets 啊，WSB 咁啊。You are all amazing， 你哋我錫晒你哋啊。I imagine that I'm not the only one that this is personal for。佢話我想我覺得。呢個 group 裏面唔止我一個覺得呢件事係國仇家恨。I have read myself so many posts on what you guys went through during the 2008 crash。哇，其實我成日都睇 forum 啊嗰啲咧，我睇到好多比我見到更加慘嘅故事。Whether you are here for the gains, to stick it to the man as I am, or just to be part of a potentially market-changing movement, thank you。佢話嗱，我唔理你係想賺快錢，或者好似我咁想報仇，或者想去喺度趁熱鬧，去一齊目擊呢一個改變成個市場生態嘅一件事。我都想多謝你。呢位寫信人係美國人定係中國人？點解咁問啊？我唔懷疑，我唔係好明，可唔可以問多少少？點解你會咁？我唔係好明點解你，我覺得呢個係黑鬼嚟嘅，我覺得啫。我嘅 instinct 話俾我知呢條係黑鬼嚟。Anyway, each and every one of you are the reason that we have this chance. I've never felt this optimistic about the future before. 佢話你呢度呢個 group 呢個 WSB 嘅 group 嘅人，每一個人啊，都係我哋今日打呢場仗可以打到今日嘅原因。你哋係打呢場仗嘅士兵，你哋係佢哋嘅動力。I've never felt this optimistic about the future before。佢話我由細到大咧 都未試過好似我今日咁樂觀嘅。This is life-changing amounts of money for so many of you。佢話你喺度賺錢賺嘅數額咧，應該咧會改變咗好多人嘅一生。And to be part of a rare instance of a wealth distribution from the rich to the poor is just incredible 。佢話可以參與到一件咧，基本上咧百年難得一件 rare instance 啊，即係百年難得一件嘅事，係將啲財富由有錢嘅人轉移到去窮嘅人。呢件事啊，真係好奇妙啊 ！I love you all， 我愛你哋。
好撚嘢，
正唔正啊？呢個
好撚正，
係咪值得講啊？
好撚正，值得大書特書呢一件事係。